Because what happens with this is, yes, of course, get a real photographer. But I'll bet you all of you have a relatively good mobile phone in your pocket. That technically could make you a good photographer. Have you actually, who's been to the airport recently? Did you see all those photos driving back that said, shot on an iPhone, shot on an iPhone, shot on an iPhone? What they're not really telling you is that it was shot on an iPhone, but they had $5,000 worth of lights and a really nice studio, right? Because really good photography is dependent on good quality light, okay? And a little bit of skill. But it means that you still got really good tools. And if you got good light and you got a good situation and you practice a little wee bit, you can get some really good photos. So I tell everybody, if you want to get good photos and good video, you have to spend a few bucks. You got to go see a friend of mine, and his name is John Ralph. John will sell you a little tripod. This one over here I didn't buy from John because I've had it since probably 1990 something. It's beat up as ever. And a small microphone. And now this particular microphone is available for iPhones also. It wasn't up until about 2 weeks ago. So I'm really happy to see that the new iPhone socket format that doesn't actually have a regular headphone jack. And what this means is that you can record good audio at the same time. Because the microphone that's in here is kind of so-so. But the most important thing about a good video is good audio. Because that worst case scenario, you could turn it into like a podcast. Or you could actually listen to it and write down the words. You could convert the closed caption and turn it into a blog. So what makes a good video? Good audio. All right? So $80 for one of these microphones. So yeah, am I going to make you spend a little money? Well, it's up to you to decide if you want to do it. But hey, I'm not busting the bank here. And a tripod that you could buy a cheapy one for 40 bucks, or you could buy something decent for $200 to $300. But again, we're not blowing the budget really when you think in terms of marketing and being able to create your own content. The key with this obviously is learning how to do this kind of stuff, all right? And it does come at, you'll have to practice. You have to do quite a bit of it, and you'll have a lot of takes the first time you do it. I still do a lot of takes. That happens. That's all right. And by the way, this microphone comes also with one of these things. I love these things. They call it a dead cat. Okay. I know, it's a horrible thing, eh? But what it is, basically, it's a windscreen. So if you actually are doing this, at Terrigal, you wanted a beautiful background. Hi, it's Joe. I'm over at Norrie Head Lighthouse. Come and have a look at this beautiful view, right? The wind, the wind, right? Well, this will actually make it so people can still hear you. So all for that same price. So it's very possible for you to create your own content very affordably.